Hello, hello. I meant to play this yesterday, but I got a little bit sick after eating pizza. So, we're gonna get to it. It's the Overwatch 2 dating sim, Loverwatch. I do not know much about it, other than it's the dating sim. So, let's get started. New game. The official but non-canon Overwatch 2 dating sim. Except no substitutes, unless they're like really good. Are you ready to play this thing? Yeah, we don't need to know what non-canon means. Oh, I get to put in my name? I'll just do Mystics. Continue. Yes, let's set the scene. Huh. Did it break on me already? Okay, it's all good now. It totally broke on me. It's Friday night in the big city. You could use a laugh after the week you've had. Laugh Attic is one of the most tragically unfunny comedy clubs in town, but you love watching people bomb on open mic. Sometimes that person is you. It's particularly dark tonight, so dark it'll make for quite the dramatic reveal when your eyes adjust and you see who is sitting at the table in the corner. Eyes adjusting. 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 Oh my. Oh my. Is that who you think it is? So we got Mercy and Genji. Why are there only two options? What if I want to see just as thoroughly random example Echo? Whoa, pace yourself there. You haven't had your first date yet. Two options are plenty for now. Maybe we'll add more dating sim opportunities in the future. We're not saying this is some kind of test version for a potentially more robust dating adventure. I feel like exactly what this is. But we're also not saying that, like I said. Now, who do you see in the corner? Let's do Mercy first. It's Mercy. Genius doctor, genius scientist, genius inventor. No matter how many times you blink, she is there and you're completely. Let's do Love Shrug. You didn't know you had a thing for perfect, brilliant, kind, and beloved philanthropist before? I butchered that name. Well, obviously you do. But your dating track record implies otherwise. It's Hanzo. Oh, it's Cupid. Do I hear the sound of a heart beating faster and smell the sweat on your palms? I am Cupid, the hero of love in all its varieties. It is my sworn duty to protect the cries of all who desire to love and guide them to fulfillment. You look around wondering if anyone else can see this, or are you hallucinating? Do not worry, you are the only one who sees me. I do not interfere in the mortal realm. Consider me the angel on your shoulder, who will point you in the right direction. Okay, that's a definitive maybe on the hallucination thing, but maybe this hallucination can help you. Now tell me, are you in love? No, that's just my baseline anxiety. Although you're not Cuba, you're Hanzo Shimada. From the free to play game Overwatch 2, which I have of course played because I have recognized you as Hanzo Shimada. I get that a lot. But no matter how similar I am to the character in Overwatch, rest assured, I am Cupid, champion of love. However, it is entirely possible that Hanzo Shimada will also have a skin based on me in the shop. What a coincidence. It's now tell me, are you feeling the signs of love? Okay, so it's trying to sell the skin. I think so. It's kind of hard to tell. The path to love is often confusing, but fear not. I am here to guide you through all its atrocities. What? It means I'm going to give you advice. Oh, okay. So, do you wish to win the heart of Mercy? Yeah, let's do it. I'll go for Genji after. He arches an eyebrow. To win her heart, you must arm yourself with the power of knowledge. How much do you really know about Mercy? Wait, is he actually setting up a trivia quiz here? Oh no. Oh no. I don't know my Overwatch lore. Confidence, I hope it's well placed. I don't know my Overwatch lore. Oh, I know this. Angela Zinglar. Uh, oh my gosh, it was close enough. Okay, Cupid Hanzo Shimada. Stop that. What is her favorite food? The tears of careless DPS heroes. Chocolate. Close, but not quite. She loves Swiss chocolate. That wasn't an option. There wasn't one. A shame. Oh, next question. What is Dr. Zingler's field of research? This is a raid. There is no right answer. She has a PhD in Heroes Never Die-ism. I will not dignify the answer with a response. Technology. Same difference. In the matters of the heart, the details matter. He's right. I am always right, he says. But do not worry, my magical powers will elevate you above your incompetence. Wait, I thought there was no magic in the Overwatch setting. No more questions. Now, Mercy is a highly accomplished woman. What would impress her the most? I thought you said no more questions. After this one, tell me the most impressive thing about you. Let's see. I got this one. I don't grind Overwatch 2 as much as I did. In this day and age, that is impressive. Why don't you show her how nice you are in front of everyone? What? He hands you the mic. The mic they use for open mic night at the Laugh Attic. That is not how being nice works. Click. The spotlight illuminates you. And Mercy turns her head. She's looking at you. Okay, the character gulps. Chibi Hanzo Shamada Cupid. Say something nice. Your brain scrambles. Who is the nicest person you know besides Mercy, of course? What would they say? Visions of a space gorilla flood your brain. Winston, what would Winston do? The crowd clears their throats, chairs squeak. Winston would tell a joke, a nice joke. Why doesn't the surgeon like operating on elbows? I feel like that's a safer option. She swore to not do no arms. The audience silence goes beyond mere description. Is a living being vast, timeless, hateful, bears down you with deadly intent. Then Mercy laughs, a full-on, chain-snorting laugh. The exhilaration hits you like a damaged, amplifying beam, a well-timed resurrect. She should probably get her sinuses checked, though. You sit down at a nearby table glowing. Out of the corner of your eye, Mercy stands and heads over to you. Ba-bump, ba-bump. Hello. She wanted to say it was a very good joke. Glad it tickled your funny bone. That phrase is so strange. The funny bone isn't really a bone. It's a nerve called the ulnar nerve and is responsible for the sensations in your fourth and fifth fingers, your palm and... But of course, I understood your joke, which was also very good. Thanks, and the ocular nerve trivia was also really good. It wasn't humorous though. You're smart and funny, OP. Mobility and overpowered are not the same thing. Writer's note, Mercy was not met at the time of writing this. Please be merciful if she is by the time the sim releases. That was supposed to be a compliment. I know, I am just tired of being admired, tired of love, and inspired. Was that a reference? Yes, I'm surprised this made it in past revisions. I'm surprised this dating sim even exists. Indeed, that too. Speaking of dating sims, we should probably proceed to the next day. I was thinking something fun, like dinner at a fancy restaurant. Let's do it. We're going to Cafe Azur, the Circuit Royale. Ugh, I don't like the map. She just flew off. She just flew away. Wait a minute. Circuit Royale? That's not in Midtown. If you want to make it in time for dinner tomorrow, you better queue up now. How do you think things went? You did quite well. You anticipated her feelings and interests. You're off to a fine start. The first day is finished, but the journey ahead is long and fraught. Peril, we will endure these trials together. Is that? Oh, nope. Luckily, the hopeful future of Overwatch has very reasonably priced transatlantic train. You arrive in Monaco in a few short hours. Supercars zip by in the distance. The aroma of high-end dining wafts from nearby tables. The menu is in front of you. You're cruising yourself or skipping French class all those years ago. It's exactly 3 minutes and 2 seconds past the time of your dinner date, and Mercy is still nowhere to be found. Maybe she changed her mind. Maybe there's an international crisis somewhere and she had to go. Maybe. Maybe she's just running fashionably late. 3 minutes and 57 seconds. 4 minutes and 19 seconds. She must hate you. Are you going to eat the breadsticks or just let them sit there? She's sorry. She was running late. She's flustered and brushed over. I was working on a new dissertation, and I wasn't keeping track of the time. I got here as fast as I could. Do forgive me. Happens to the best of us. And there's just Cupid again. He's saying it's well handled. Really, shouldn't I be honest and tell her I was at a meltdown? Considering saving that for the dessert course. Mercy smiles and sits down. Have you ordered yet? This place does a fabulous beignets, de fleurs, de courgettes. I don't know this language. Fried zucchini flowers. You take a deep breath, nod, and look back at the menu. The chicken nuggets. I'm not doing that. I don't know what this is, but let's go for it. It was breakfast. It was Mercy's recipe in the Overwatch cookbook. It's the best breakfast. Yes, it is. Although we are having dinner, I don't let society's expectations dictate my preferences. Me either. Clusters of bright, happy berries and a trail of green and brown nuts. Seeds on a bed of white mush. Silence falls as you two eat. The awkward bit before dinner dates, where you can't decide if you should converse or eat, or talk while eating, and risk spraying your day with freshly chewed food. Cupid groans. Are you truly such an amateur? Start a conversation, he says. But what do I talk about? Something about her. What you want to talk about her desertion? The nuances of the medical imaging and machine learning? To be honest, not really. I thought it was the wrong choice, wasn't it? Let's do hobbies instead. She likes volunteering at clinics around the world and collecting crystals. Non-canonically, of course. Like non-canonical healing crystals. The favorite is the rose quartz. It represents love, healing, and compassion. It represents love, healing, and compassion, right? Right, she says. High five Cupid. Mercy looks at you concerned. You forgot that only you can see him. My God, knowledge and love does not cover how to recover from such tomfoolery, he says. So helpful. Just stretching the old Latissimus Dorsey. Anyways, what does being a hero feel like? No one believes me when I say that it's not that great as people think. The world saw me as Mercy, a guardian angel, noble and perfect. I'm also just Angela, a singer, and I'm not perfect. But when the world saw me, they were disappointed. I don't mind being Mercy. If the world needs her, I'll be there, but I wish they would also welcome Angela. Or Mercy. Let's do that. She chokes on a sip of water. The other patrons look over, oozing disdain at her gauche behavior. You discreetly slide a napkin towards her. You okay? Yes, I'm sorry. Nothing to be sorry about. As she looks down, face still pink. Thank you for saying that. It's nice to hear. I was wondering, I'm volunteering at a clinic in Cario tomorrow. Would you like to see Angela trying to save the world? Cario, Egypt? I really can't miss it unless I stop there. She beams at you and soars away, leaving a lingering scent of perfection, well perfect for you. But one way or another, that date is complete. Thanks so much, Cupid. How did our night go? She seems happy with you, only through carelessness will you lose her heart now. But there is still another date in your future. Do what you can prepare. I sense this one will be the most important of them all. Let's go. Okay, it's just taking a bit to load. There's no time to waste. As soon as the airship touched down Cario, it went straight to the clinic. It's a modest clinic, bright and clean. Angela hands you a pair of scrubs. She puts on a lab coat. She tends to patients, eat up as much as you can. Hallways mopped, paperwork filed and sorted. Supplies stocked. You sit down in the break room exhausted. Angela enters. You straighten up immediately. You must be tired. I'll make you some coffee. She hands you a cup of something that looks like coffee. It smells like coffee, but is definitely not quality coffee. Her genius does not extend to the baristorial arts, if such a thing exists. Let's do this. Drink it enthusiastically. You drink it enthusiastically. It's endearing, revolting, but strong. Do you like it? Just what the doctor ordered. I know it's terrible, but there's plenty more, so help yourself. Your stomach gurges and protests, but hey, it'll keep you awake. Everyone's telling me that you're a great help. Keep it up. She leaves. Her compliment energizes you more than any cup of coffee. Get back to volunteering. Get back to into the clinic lobby, picking out coffee grinds from your teeth. You're quite the brave one. You recognize that quiet, weary voice. You turn around and it's who's here? Anna? No one has experienced Angela's coffee and came out smiling the other end. Anna Amari, the legendary sniper, original Overwatch Strike Squad member, the bane of most of your matches. What is she doing here? Anna, what are you doing here? Are you hurt? No, I'm alright. I'm always aching somewhere. You know that. And who is this? This is. Okay. She blushes pink, mercy pink. It's tanned. Uh, we kind of make it. Save. Um, just helping out. Is that right? Okay, she doesn't need any help to be honest, but I thought I could take care of little things so she could focus on her patients. Her gaze pierces you. You know those eyes have seen the world's most dangerous criminals in their final moments. I'm always told to look for someone who helps her focus on the most important things. I'm glad you found someone like that, Angela. It was nice meeting you. She leaves. Angela clears her throat and avoids eye contact with you. I'll see you when the shift ends. You're alone, wondering what just happened. Well done, you have pressed on the Amari. Where, where were you? Some mortals frighten even the gods themselves. The important matter is, you impress a close friend. Anna's opinion of you will heavily influence your fate with Dr. Ziegler. And speaking of fate, are you ready to see how your journey ends? Yeah, let's do it. We will see that. Do you have a moment? I want to talk about something with you. Let's do it. Angel leads you to the top floor of the clinic, where there's a rooftop terrace with stunning views. There's a rooftop terrace with stunning views of Curio. Hello, welcome, Erica. Thanks for the follow. Wow. Spectacular, isn't it? I come up here often after a long shift. We both take in the view of the city, the Nile sparkling orange with the setting sun and high-rise apartments and freeways gathered around its shores. So what did you want to talk about? I wanted to thank you for these last few days together. You saw me for who I really am, and instead of judgment, or expectations, you gave me humor, compassion, and kindness. That someone like you exists in this world, and it makes me want to believe in a little stronger fight for it a little harder. I want to show you something. Take my hand. Come see this world from above, as I do, and in all its beauty. Let's do it. Let's see where it goes. Oh, that's the Valkyrie skin. The Valkyrie wings spread open. Angela takes your hand and you both soar into the clouds. I'm no many heroes, and you are none. You have embarked on the journey of love and found what you desire at the end. Love takes many forms, but is always true. May you cherish this love with mercy, forever and always. Let's go back to the main menu. Rewards. Valentine's card. Alright. I'm doing alright. How are you doing? I'm doing the Genji route now. Just skipping over route. Let's do Genji now. It's Genji, ninja, cyborg, and all around bad boy from Overwatch. No matter how many times you blink, he's still there and you're completely starstruck. You're amazed he can even be seen in public without hordes of fans smothering him. But Winston is all the rage now. Still, you'd love to get an autograph and maybe a handshake. Maybe he'll even say your name. And it's Cupid Hanzo. Do I hear the sound of a heart beating fast and the smell of sweat on your palms? I am Cupid, the hero of love in all its varieties. It's my sworn duty to answer the cries of all who desire to love and guide them to fulfillment. You look around, wondering if anyone else can see this, or are you hallucinating? Do not worry, you're the only one who can see me. I do not interfere in the mortal realm. Consider me the angel on your shoulder, who will point you in the right direction. Okay, that is a definite maybe on the hallucination thing, but maybe this hallucination can help you. Now tell me, are you in love? Uh, I'll just say that. And get closer to the Genji path. The path of love is often confusing, but fear not. I am here to guide you through in all its intricacies. What? It means I'm going to give you advice. Okay. Do you wish to win the heart of Genji? Sure. I already did Mercy's arc. Let's... Genji Charlie. I mean, there were only two options, as you made sure I was aware. Or, of course, it's just that, well, to call Genji difficult would be an understatement. Is this because of war or something? The what? The Overwatch of lore, you know. Genji was the younger brother Hanzo killed and felt guilt over ever since. Only Genji wasn't actually dead. He was alive but a cyborg, and Hanzo learned this. But he was still kind of upset about the whole thing, I think. Cupid looks troubled. That summary heavily favors Genji's view of the matters, I feel. But no, I am merely saying that reaching Genji's heart will be a difficult task. Sure, whatever you say, Mr. Grumpy Toka. But if you wish to pursue Genji, then I'm obligated to help you. It is your love life, no matter how foolish. Well, then, how do you think I should approach Cupid? You have to introduce yourself, of course. You cannot start down the path of romance without without first speaking to him, and given that he strikes me as selfish, immature person, I would recommend keeping your conversations focused on him. He has only struggled with his sense of self, so do your best to appeal to his interests. Your hope he'll get over his hostility for Genji soon. Definitely. But that's not important right now. What is important is whether or not Genji will feel hostility towards you. But keep its words in mind, you build up the courage to approach Genji. Excuse me. The ninja turned his face to you. The purple glow of the club's neon lights illuminates his metal mask. Are you talking to me? Yeah, I just saw you wanted to say. Your heart starts to pound in your ears. Your mouth can't find the words to speak. Say something and remember your choices will affect how he feels about you. I really like your outfit. Oh, thanks. Not many people compliment my clothes because he looks ridiculous. No, I really like them. So few people have RGB built into their outfits. It's unique. Yeah, they do look pretty sick, huh? Anyway, I don't think I've seen you around here before. I'm Genji. What is your name? Nice to meet you. This cool name reminds me of Mystics from the games Mystics Odyssey. That's a Mario Odyssey reference. No way is that a real game. Genji tilts his head. His cybernetic hand grips at the bottom of his mask pensively. Yeah, it was. Did you want to sit down? The next set is starting soon. Maybe we could watch together. You take a seat next to Genji and watch a few sets. You can't tell if he ever cracks a smile, but he definitely doesn't laugh at any point. Weird energy to bring to a comedy club. But before you can spend too many minutes basking in awkward silence, Cupid returns bringing you more helpful advice. Well, what are you waiting for? Show them you can be exciting. Go perform a set. Oh dear. Love favors the bold. I salute you. Oh, this won't go well. The previous comedian steps down from the stage to some paltry claps when no one stands to take their place. You take the initiative to get on stage. Softening your nerves, you address the audience. Look around the audience and you see Genji looking back at you with what you assume is curiosity. While you could just make any joke, you have to wonder what would make him laugh. Because it's a cyborg joke? It's probably the wrong man choice. You tap on the mic and the feedback rings in your ears, you lean in close. Do you know how much it costs to become a cyborg these days? The crowd holds an arm and a leg. Oh, that's the wrong answer, I feel like. Feels like you have been teleported to a soundproof void. Not a soul in the crowd as your reaction spared. You almost wish they'd booed you so you know they'll still be there. But among them you see Genji, who looks at his arms and legs, both of which have been replaced with cybernetic parts. A quiet chuckle escapes him. That is true. Okay, it was the right choice. Ignoring the applaud stares of the rest of the audience, you make your way back to your seat next to Genji. He seems warmer, leaning in towards you. I liked your joke, just so you know, procedure cost me an alarm and two legs, but I still found it funny. Making him laugh was the goal. For once, the ever confident cyborg ninja seems a bit shy. He rubs his arm nervously. It has been not really nice hanging out with you. Do you think you'd want to go on another date sometime? Let's do it. Genji sighs. A weight leaves his shoulders. I can't wait. Guess I'll see you again soon. He leaves, and you're left alone in the comedy club. Not for long, though, as Cupid soon reappears. I sense the buds of romance are already beginning to blossom. How do you think things went? I don't see how this could have gone better. You made him feel special, and he responded positively to it. But good or bad, your day is in the past. We still have a long road ahead of us. If you if you truly wish for Genji's heart to be yours, I'll or Cafe Azure. Genji reaches out to you again. He suggests grabbing dinner for your second date. He even picks out a restaurant, Cafe Azure, in Monaco, the exclusive playground of the ultra rich. Luckily, you live in a hopeful future. You can just hop on that transatlantic train and travel to Monaco in just a few short hours, huh? Neat? Or neat, huh? You arrive at the restaurant, and it looks as classy as the name might imply. A robot brings you to your table where Genji awaits you. Please tell me he's not wearing the same hoodie he wore to the comedy club. It's a cool hoodie. I mean, look at it. If I'm a hoodie that cool, I'd wear it every chance I got. Even to a five-star restaurant? Of course, but not. Especially to a five-star restaurant. No wonder you need my help. You take your seat across Genji, and he seems to lighten up at your presence. I didn't expect to see you here. You invited me here. Oh yeah, I guess so. Anyway, how was the ride over? Uh, I guess is that answer. Phoebe's Adventure Online. That game's pretty fun, even though I think BB's Adventure franchise fell off a bit after BB 3D. No, scams are not welcome. I mean, don't get me started on BB's Party Dance Night. Talk about selling out. Editors note, we are begging you, do not add these to the Overwatch fan wikis. They're not real. I think we should add them. Either way, I'm glad you can make it. I'm really been looking forward to spending more time with you. You don't have much time to feel bashful before the waitron returns to your table and take your order. You look over your holo menu, which is just like a regular menu but a hologram since it's in the future. You should think carefully of what you order, maybe choose something you'd like as well. Come on, even your dinner is going to affect this guy's opinion on you. These dating sims are hard work. In that case, what would you order for dinner? Genji's favorite food. The Ricky Maru ramen. That's my favorite food. How did you know? Easy. It's in the official Overwatch cookbook. Wow, in that case, I'll take the Ricky Maru ramen too. The Waitrons we don't have it on the menu program seems to have been overridden by its the customer's always right subroutine, and so it takes your order back to the kitchen without complaint. That's really cool. You ordered my favorite food for dinner. If there were an official cookbook, Mystics cookbook, I would have ordered yours too. You're making note of his idea. You're always looking for more merchandising opportunities. The two of you spend some time chatting, and after a few short minutes, the waitron brings out your meal. 2 bowls of Rikimaru ramen. It's honestly impressive that such a nice restaurant could make a dish look like it comes from a cheap ramen shop. This looks just as good as the real thing from Hanamura. All it's missing is a Murloc bowl. Then it'll be perfect. Now, how could they forget the Murloc bowl? That's half the fun in a Rikimaru ramen. Let's go check with the waiter. Maybe they have Murloc bowls in the back. You fetch the waitron, explaining that the Rikimaru ramen just isn't the same without when it's not in the branded bowls. Unfortunately, the restaurant doesn't have any Murloc bowls on hand, but they are able to draw a crude recreation of 2 on regular bowls. When you return to the table, Genji looks completely deflated. You sit across from him, and he barely even acknowledges your presence. Even Cupid seems troubled by his sudden shift in mood. Perhaps you should check on him. Let's check on him. See if he's okay. Genji shrugs. Sorry, another diner recognized me while you were gone. They came over and talked to me. Oh, did they ask for your autograph or something? No, they actually recognized me from the Black Watch incident. They had less than kind words to share with me. Let's be sorry for him. Or you got trouble at dinner. It's alright. I am not proud of who I was then, but I will admit it is discouraging. I have tried my best to become a better person, but I fear my past will always haunt me. Some days it feels like there's nothing I can do to move on from who I was. He sighs, propping his head against his hand dejectedly. It's a heart-rending sight. It seems he could use your reassurance. A small gesture might go a long way. Apparently, even Cupid has the sense to put aside his bitterness towards Genji when he's in this state. What do you think will reassure him? I feel like might help. I know you've been working hard to be a better person. I know that you've come a long way from who you were before. So don't let anyone else get to you. As long as you know you're getting better, who cares what anyone else thinks? Genji seems touched by your words. Sure, when maybe you plagiarize them from the back of a self-help book, but he's not your high school English teacher, so it's enough to get him smiling again. I suppose that's true, although even if I don't care what they think, I still care what you think. So thank you. Of course, Genji, anytime. So let's eat, huh? Our food is getting cold. The two of you finally enjoy your night as it was supposed to go. You don't know how Genji eats with his mask on. Every time you look away, more food disappears from his plate. You assume it's getting his mouth one way or another. By the time you're done eating, Genji seems happier than ever. You're glad the evening is going in a more positive direction. Hey, I want to ask you about something. Shoot. How would you feel about going somewhere special for our next date? Anywhere that special to you is special to me. Sure, anywhere that's special to you. The one that doesn't earn you any points with Genji, but makes him blush. And isn't that worth more than any kind of gameplay progression? I was hoping we could go somewhere that's really special to me. How would you feel about a trip to Nepal? Let's see what's in Nepal. What is special about Nepal? It was a very important place in my growth as a person. This may surprise you, but an isolated mountaintop helped me find peace. There's more to it, obviously, but I figured I could explain when we got there. Sure, I can't wait to hear all about your backstory. Okay, I'll see you there. I hope it'll be really special. Had a ton of fun tonight, thanks again. Genji departs from the restaurant and you're left alone. Well, as alone as you can be when you're haunted by the festival of Valentine's. Another date down, with a third to come? Most impressive. Thanks, how do you think Genji and I are doing? He seems incredibly happy with you. Not the 10th day, I suspect it will be difficult for you to lose his affection now. But there is still another day in your future. Do what you can to prepare. I sense this one will be most important of all. Let's go. Third date awaits. But there's still no. Nepal. You ascend the snowy mountains in Nepal, and the cold brutally seeps right through every layer of clothing you wore. Hard to believe just a few days ago you were telling jokes in a comedy club. Now this is what is expected of you to keep this relationship going. As you're trudging along, Cupid appears again. Thankfully, you know his deal by now, or you think you were seeing things thanks to the hypothermia. I need to stress you how important this date will be. Clearly, you are important to Genji. He will not have brought you here otherwise. So just be sure you do your very best this time. Thanks for the help. Of course, even if you and Genji are difficult at times, it's my privilege to assist you on the path of love. But perhaps I should be thanking you. Whether or not Genji's heart will be yours in the end, your devotion to love is inspiring. It has been a pleasure to accompany you. You sound so Cupid, sounding all sappy. Don't tell me this is a teaser for the secret Cupid path of this dating sim. Don't be ridiculous. If there was a secret Cupid path, do you think I would broadcast it so freely? Besides, a path of that nature would be difficult to unlock, you need to say, precisely when the heart of both heroes says, show me your commitment to me. Hypothetically, of course. Is there a Genji, is there a Hanzo Cupid route? Of course, hypothetically. But enough of this. It's time for your final date to truly begin. With Cupid's vote of confidence, you continue your journey up the mountain. Eventually, you arrive in a quaint little village. Genji is there to greet you. Honestly, I don't understand why you can't travel together. You made it. What made you think of the? What did you think of the height? It was worth it to be here with you, Genji. That's the way to go. Once it was easy, but it was worth it to be here with you, Genji. I'm happy you think so. There are a few people who would be willing to scale mountains and spend time with me. If you can believe that. It means a lot that you did. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. This place is very special to me. Oh, I can show you why. Come for me with a walk. Come for a walk with me. That way you know you take Genji's arm. He leads you all around the village and you can't help but bask in every sight. It is truly beautiful, certainly not the kind of place you want to post a 5v5 King of the Hill style combat. But what's more beautiful than the village itself? It's the way Genji glows while taking you through it, recounting memories of the time he spent here. He tells you everything from the story of how he first arrived here to details of his most trying medications. After strolling a while, Genji takes you to the old accommodations that housed him. through his tongue to Paul, though he has been absent for some time. The room is still clearly his. There's an old mattress, a hurry, and a framed photo of Genji with his brother taken years ago. Genji goes to saying something, but someone else speaks first. Genji, you were right. Is it Zenyatta? Only person I can think of. Yep, it's Zenyatta. I hope you had a safe journey, my student. It's Zenyatta. How sad is it that the only place you get Zenyatta content these days is the explicitly, I can't pronounce it, non-canon dating sim in that one short story. Well, maybe something will happen with that Ramatrot guy soon, who knows? Master, it's good to see you again. Indeed, I heard you were bringing a visitor. I hoped I could meet them. Of course, this is my master, Zenyatta. You were ready for a trek through the snow-covered mountains, but this is basically like meeting Genji's parent. Is that weird for a third date? Doesn't matter, it's happening. Now it's up to you to deal with. It's wonderful to meet you. So while you haven't heard anything, but he seems to react warmly even so. Likewise, I'm glad you survived your journey here. You're going to ignore the certain aura of that sentence and let him keep talking. It is rare for Genji to have company here. I sense he might be quite fond of you. Oh, I certainly hope so. Master, you're embarrassing me. I'm sure your companionship will mean a great deal to him. He has always struggled to accept himself. Perhaps the acceptance of another will help him along his path. You never realize how much of your company might mean to Genji. You think you're just a few nights ago you were planning to enjoy the comedy stylings of literally anyone in New York City by yourself. Now it's entirely possible you're changing the life of an Overwatch agent. I believe. Just Master. I sense I have surpassed my annual screen time allowance. I'm afraid I will need to depart. But please take my greatest blessings and enjoy the remainder of your time here. Not this yada screen time. Two of you say goodbye to Masters and Yada, but when you're left alone, Genji's previous exuberance has gone and replaced with contemplation. Something on your mind, Genji? Just thinking about what my master said. He was being truthful, you know. Spending time with you has done a lot to help my own sense of self. But I have to wonder, do you really think it's possible to know your true self? To be honest, that's far deeper question than you would have expected from the silly days some of you signed up for. But you come this far, right? What's the harm in one more question? And that really is one more. I believe this will be your last chance to win Genji's heart. Mystic, use it wisely. Well, what do you think? Can one know their true self? You can. I do think everyone goes through. I think everything a person goes through takes them closer and closer to finding out who they really are. I'm happy to hear that. You know, when I ended up like this with my brother, he trails off. Cupid watches him intently, his bow knit with pain. I became a bitter and horrible person. I was so upset thinking I was wasting so much time as a person I hated. I feared I'd never get better. But maybe you're right. Maybe without that, I would have never found out who I truly am. Thank you, Mystics, for helping me realize this. I have really enjoyed spending so much time with you lately. It has become a long time since I've allowed myself to get close to anyone. But I must admit what, Genji? I feel some guilt that you have not seen the real me. You're a bit confused. You're pretty sure you enjoyed the 3 dates with the real him. But before you can ask, he clarifies. We've been spending so much time together, you've only seen me with the mask on. And although my mask is extremely epic, it's not the real me. It is really cool though. No, right, but still. Genji takes your hand into his. His green visor stares back at you, and you wonder what his eyes might look like beneath it. So you want to take the mask off? Can I show you who I really am? Accept his love. Of course. Genji puts his hand over his heart, shocked but not at all disappointed in your confession. After returning to reality, he chuckles under his breath. It's funny, it seems like I could deflect anything but love. And beams. But mostly love. With great care, Genji reaches for his mask. Though he hesitates, he eventually builds the strength to remove it, showing his true face beneath. Genji, you're beautiful. If you believe so, then it must be true. It took me so long to come to terms with who I am now. Knowing you accept me makes me confident it was worth all that time. I know my true self loves you, two mystics. You two have embarked on the journey of love and found what you desire at the end. Love takes many forms, but is always true. May you cherish this love with Genji forever and always. Let's see. Alright. Rewards. Okay, it's just like little sign things. Valentine's Day cards. Alright, let's see if there's actually Cupid Hanzo. Hold on, wait a moment, Mystic. Where am I? Oh, there was one more. You are in the realm of love. This looks a lot like that 1-2 CP map. What, that one map? You know, that old game mode from before times. Can you pause your brilliant wit for just 1 second, please? Wait, one more comment. Get it out of your system. Is this the secret ending? You would find out faster if you let me finish. Anyways, before you give away the secrets of this dating sim on the internet, I must confess. Your devotion to winning the trust and respect of these heroes is admirable. Not only have you brought the love to their hearts, but to mine as well. Have this as a token of my request. Or respect, my bad. Cupid hands you an arrow from his quiver. You take his gift. I don't know what to say except you were my soulmate all along. I thought it was impossible for Cupid to find true love, but you make the impossible possible. Aw. Hey, shouldn't you be shooting me with this arrow? There's no need. You've already pierced my heart without it. And that's the end of Loverwatch. It's pretty good, small visual novel. Hopefully they actually make more. Even if it's something like a small joke holiday one. Wait, Psycho? That name sounds familiar. Oh, this was made by the same people who made the Colonel Sanders dating game and the Dead by Daylight dating game. Okay, but that's pretty cool. And the Hanzo, Cupid. And that's all I got planned for tonight. And hopefully they do make more of these, even if it's something small. Alright. Bye.